Hello friends. Welcome back in another video of cult movies. In today's video we see top 10 best stop-motion animated movies. Then let's get started. Number 1, Coraline. Coraline is a 2009 American stop-motion horror film written and directed by Henry Selick and based on Neil Gaiman's novella of the same name. 5. Produced by Leica as the studio's first feature film, it features the voice talents of Dakota Fanning, Terry Hatcher, Jennifer Saunders, Dawn French, Keith David, John Hodgman, Robert Bailey Jr., and Ian McShane. The film tells the story of its titular character discovering an idealized parallel universe behind a secret door in her new home, unaware that it contains a dark and sinister secret. Number 2, Missing Link is a 2019 American stop-motion animated adventure comedy film written and directed by Chris Butler. The film is produced by Leica and stars the voices of Hugh Jackman, Zoe Saldana, David Walliams, Stephen Fry, Matt Lucas, Timothy Olyphant, Amrita Akaria, Emma Thompson, and Zach Galifianakis. The plot follows a Sasquatch who, with the help of a British explorer, travels to the Himalayas to meet his Yeti cousins. Number 3, ParaNorman is a 2012 American stop-motion animated dark fantasy comedy horror film directed by Sam Fell and Chris Butler and written by Butler. Produced by Leica, the film stars the voices of Cody Smith-McPhee, Elaine Stritch, Tempest Bledsoe, Alex Borstein, and John Goodman. It is the first stop-motion film to use a 3D color printer to create character faces, and only the second to be shot in 3D. 5. In the film, Norman, a young boy who can communicate with ghosts, is given the task of ending a 300-year-old witch's curse on his Massachusetts town. Number 4, Boxtrolls is a 2014 American stop-motion animated fantasy comedy film directed by Graham Annable and Anthony Stacchi in their feature directorial debuts. Loosely based on the 2005 novel Here Be Monsters by Alan Snow. It is produced by Leica. The film tells the story of Eggs, a human boy raised by trash-collecting trolls, known as Boxtrolls, as he attempts to save them from Archibald Snatcher, a pest exterminator. This film was the animated film debut of Isaac Hempstead Wright, who voices Eggs, the main protagonist, and features the voices of Ben Kingsley, Elle Fanning, D. Bradley Baker, Steve Blum, and Toni Collette. Number 5, Frankenweenie is a 2012 American 3D stop-motion animated science fiction comedy horror film directed by Tim Burton and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. 3. It is a feature-length remake of Burton's 1984 short film of the same name, and is also both a parody of and homage to the 1931 film Frankenstein, based on Mary Shelley's 1818 book Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus. Number 6, The Nightmare Before Christmas, also known as Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, is a 1993 American stop-motion animated musical dark fantasy film directed by Henry Selick and produced and conceived by Tim Burton. It tells the story of Jack Skellington, the king of Halloween Town who stumbles upon Christmas Town and becomes obsessed with celebrating the holiday. Danny Elfman wrote the songs and score and provided the singing voice of Jack. Number 7, James and the Giant Peach is a 1996 musical fantasy film directed by Henry Selick, based on the 1961 novel of the same name by Roald Dahl. 3. It was produced by Tim Burton and Denise D. Novi, and starred Paul Terry as James. The film is a combination of live-action and stop-motion animation. Co-stars Joanna Lumley and Miriam Margolyes played James's aunts in the live-action segments, and Simon Callow, Richard Dreyfuss, Susan Sarandon, Jane Leaves, David Thewlis, and Margolyes voiced his insect friends in the animation sequences. Number 8, Corpse Bride, also known as Tim Burton's Corpse Bride, is a 2005 stop-motion animated musical dark fantasy film. Directed by Mike Johnson and Tim Burton with a screenplay by John August, Caroline Thompson, and Pamela Pedler based on characters created by Burton and Carlos Grangel. The plot is set in a fictional Victorian-era village in England. Johnny Depp leads the cast as the voice of Victor, while Helena Bonham Carter voices Emily, the titular bride. An international co-production between the United States and United Kingdom, Corpse Bride is the third stop-motion feature film produced by Burton and the first directed by him. Number 9, A Close Shave, is a 1995 British stop-motion animated comedy film directed by Nick Park and produced by Aardman Animations in association with Wallace and Gromit Limited, BBC Bristol and BBC Children's International. It is the third film featuring the eccentric duo Wallace and Gromit, following A Grand Day Out 1989 and The Wrong Trousers 1993. In A Close Shave, Wallace and Gromit uncover a plot to rustle sheep by a sinister dog. This was the first Wallace and Gromit film featuring speaking characters other than Wallace. Number 10, Chicken Run, is a 2000 stop-motion animated comedy film. It was directed by Peter Lord and Nick Park from a screenplay by Kerry Kirkpatrick and story by Lord and Park. The film stars the voices of Julia Sawalha, Mel Gibson, Imelda Staunton, and Benjamin Whitrow. The plot centers on a group of British anthropomorphic chickens who see an American rooster named Rocky Roads as their only hope to escape the farm when their owners want to turn them into meat pies. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Which one is your favorite? Tell us in comment. See you in next video.